Good morning, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and do Saxon Phonics Lesson 107 now. So we're going to start today by practicing alphabetizing these words. So remember, when we alphabetize it, sometimes people call that putting in an A, B, C order. So remember, we start with that first letter, which we call our guide letter, because it's going to guide us in what the order is, okay? And remember, we can always start looking with our initial letter in the alphabet, which is A. So do I have any words that start with A? No. What letter comes after A? B. Very good. Do I have any words that start with B? I do. I have this word, which is bus. Bus. Very good. But I also have down here, I have I, sneaky E, so ike, bike. So they have the same initial letter, that guide letter. So we need to go to the next letter. So I have B and then a U, or B and an I. Which one letter, I or U, do you think comes first in the alphabet? Let's see if you're ready. Ready? So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I comes first in the alphabet. So B, I for bike is going to be our first word if we're going in alphabetical order. So I'm going to put a 1. So then bus would be 2. Okay, after the letter B, what's our next letter in the alphabet? B, C. Very good. Do we have any words that start with C? Yes, we have this word right here, and it has that AR letter combination, so R, car. So we're going to put the number 3 by car. All right, so next, after C, we have D. Do we have any words with D? No. How about E? F, G, H, no. I, J, no. K, nope. L, M, yes, we finally have a word that starts with M. So I'm going to put the number 4, but we need to figure out what this word is. So let's sound it out. We have motorcycle, motorcycle. So far we have in alphabetical order, we have bike, bus, car, and motorcycle. So after M, what's the next letter in the alphabet? M, N. So no. How about O? No. P, Q, R, no. S, T. Yes, we have this word right here, which is, it has that TR blend. So truck. And so this word must be our last word for number 6, and it's van. So let's say them in alphabetical order. We have bike, bus, car, motorcycle, truck, and van. Now, all these words have something in common. Can you tell me what they have in common? That's right. They're all forms of transportation or ways that you can get somewhere. You can ride a bike to get somewhere, take a car, truck, motorcycle, van, or a bus. Very good. Let's go ahead and practice our letter name card. So first we have, remember, if it has that bracket, it's going to be a final syllable. Final syllable, T-I-O-N. Then we have digraph, U-E. Diphthong, O-U. Combination, E-R. Trigraph, I-G-H. Then we have vowel, Y. Then we have, this one's different, remember, digraph or diphthong, O-W. Final syllable, T-L-E. Digraph, A-Y. Diphthong, O-Y. Digraph, E-Y. Digraph, A-W. Final syllable, D-L-E. Digraph, E-A. Digraph, A-U. Combination, O-R. Combination, I-R. Combination, A-R. Digraph, A-I. Digraph, O-A. Final syllable, G-L-E. Combination, Q-U. Final syllable, B-L-E. Digraph, C-H. Y. I consonant E, diphthong OI, and then final syllable FLE. All right, so let's look at our sound cards now. I have toy, oi, diphthong OI, cheese, ch, digraph CH, rain, A, digraph AI, faucet, ah, digraph AU, straw, ah, digraph AW, hay, A, digraph AY, yarn, Y, horse, or, combination, OR, bird, combination, IR, butter, combination, ER, lotion, shun, final syllable, TION, steak, A, digraph EA, mouse, ow, diphthong OU, thread, digraph EA, thimble, digraph TH, cow, ow, diphthong OW, shark, sh, digraph SH, leaf, E, digraph EA, and then light, I, trigraph IGH. And then we have key, E, digraph EY. Remember, that's our new one. Candle, dull. Final syllable, DLE. Glue, U, digraph UE. Soap, O, digraph OA. Hook, digraph OO. Cry, I, vowel Y. Then we have star, R, combination, AR. Tooth, oo, digraph OO. Dip, then we have oil, oi, diphthong OI. Quilt, qu, combination, QU, and candy, E, vowel Y. Very good. All right, so we're going to try to take that final sound off a word. Remember, we call that final deletion because we're deleting that last sound. So shirt without the T is just sure. Very good. How about tent without the T? It's just 10. Very good. Grape without the P is just gray. Group without the P is just grew. Good job. All right, so I want you to look at this word. What should we do first to try to code this word? Okay, so I located where my vowels are. I see I have an O and an I, which is that one consonant in between it. Now remember, where is the best place to divide a word with the vowel consonant vowel pattern? We usually divide it after the first vowel. So look, if I divided it after the first vowel, it means that that O would be in front of our division, so it would be like it's open, so it would be long. So, and then my I would be short because it's in front of an N, so I have R-O, robin, robin. Robin, does that word sound right? No, it doesn't. So dividing after a word after the first vowel in the vowel consonant vowel pattern is the best place to try, but some words don't follow the rule, okay? So the next best place to try is after the consonant. So look, I moved my line from in front of the B to behind the B. So now what would that do? That would make my O short because it's in front of a consonant. And my I is still short because it's in front of a consonant. So robin. Is that a word? Yes. So when you see that vowel, consonant, vowel pattern, you're always going to try to divide it up after the first vowel. If that doesn't work, you can go after the consonant, okay? Because there are some rule breakers, but these are just rule breakers. So you're always going to still try it after that first vowel, then we can move it back after the consonant, okay? So let's try one more word. Look at this word. Let's find my vowels. I have an I and an I with a consonant between it. So if I divided it up after that first I, then that I is going to be long because remember, we have that wall right there. So it's like nothing's behind it because that syllable is going to be open. And then over here, I had that ending ED that I needed to box off, and I have an I in front of a T. So let's try to sound that out. I have L-I, lie, it, limitted, limitted. Does that sound right? No, that doesn't sound right. So remember, I tried it after the first vowel. Now I can move it over after the consonant. So now my I, which was long, has a consonant behind it, so it's short. So I have lim, limit, limited. Limited sounds better, okay? So we're going to go ahead and code a couple of words and try that real quick, okay?
All right, we're going to go ahead and code some words. And so let's look at our first word right here. So we don't have any of those endings that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and find our vowels. I have an I and an E, and I have those consonants in between it. So we're going to break it apart right there. So now I just have a CVC word. So I know that that I is going to be short, right? So lin, very good. And then over here, what do I have? I have that digraph EY, so I need to underline it because it's going to be a long E and a silent Y. So L-E. So Lin, Lee. And then what about over here? Where do we have our vowels in that word? I've got an E and an E with a consonant between it. And so remember, we usually break it apart after the first vowel, right? But if I do that, let's see what happens. Never. Never. Is that a word? No. So that didn't work. So let's see if I break it apart after the consonant now. Now I've got a short E, so nev. Nev, and then that ER. Never. Is never a word? Yes. So if you break it apart in the wrong spot, it's fine. Remember, we can go back and move it, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's one of those ones that doesn't follow the rule about going and breaking it apart after the first vowel. So Lindley, never. And then what about this word? We've got that S at the end, so we're going to box it off. We've got O-A, so it's going to be a long O, silent A. So B-O, and then that S-T is going to blend together and say st, boast, boast. And if you're curious what boast means, boast is another word for brag. So boast. So Lindley never boasts. So that means she never brags. All right, what about this next word? What do you notice about it? Well, it's got that S at the end, so I need to box it off. It's got an I in front of an N, so it's short, and then that TH is a digraph. So ink. Thanks. Thanks. Very good. Thanks. What do we do to this word when we code it? We just circle it because it's a rule breaker. It does not follow the rules. So thanks of, and then over here, where are my vowels? I've got an A and I've got a Y, and then I've got those consonants between it. So I break it apart. You guys know what F-A-N is. That's the word fan, because it's got that short A. And then over here, it's a C in front of a Y. So remember, that C is going to be soft. And then this is going to act as a Y, is going to act as a vowel, so I have to dot it. So C, fancy. Thanks of fancy. Whoa, look at this word. It's a long word, but remember, we always start at the end, and at the end it has an S that I need to box off. That's right. So here, what do I need to do? This is actually a compound word, and I see a word I know right at the beginning. So I'm going to try to break it apart here, because I know this word is bed, because it's got that vowel that's short, bed. So let's see if I can figure out if this is a word by itself, and that's where that compound word got broken up to. Are you ready? Where are my vowels here? I've got that digraph EA, but remember, digraph EA is the tricky one. It has 3 different sounds. So let's try it with the long E first and silent A. Spra-eeds. Bedspreads. Does that make sense? No. So what other way what other sound can EA make? It can have a short E, that's right, silent A. So spra-eds. Bedspreads. Does that make sense? Yes, it's the sheet you put on. So thanks of fancy bedspreads. So Lindley never boasts and thinks of fancy bedspreads. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull out our activity sheet so we can practice that new vowel consonant vowel pattern where we have some rule breakers. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and work on our activity sheet. And remember, today we talked about that vowel consonant vowel pattern when we divided up after the consonant because of our rule breakers. So real quick, let's just go ahead and warm up with some letter sounds and spelling sounds. If I say the ah sound, ah, how would you normally spell that? That's right, it's just O. It's that short O. Good job. What about w, w? W, perfect. How about the ooh sound? Ooh. O, O, good job. How about the ul sound? Ul. That's right, it can be L, but then it can also be, remember, final LL, like our floss rule. Sometimes we have to make it a double L at the end after a short vowel. How about v, v, v? V, very good. And then final VE. Remember, we can never leave a V by itself. It has to have that E behind it. How about the sound? O, O, good job. How about f, f? It's going to be F, and just like the other floss rules, it can have a double F at the end. Okay, what about dul, dul? Final syllable, D-L-E. Good job. How about, this is a tricky one, the s sound. It can be S or what other letter? C, because remember that soft C can make that. And then at the end, it can be S-S. Remember after a short vowel, like the floss rule, it can be S-E or it can be C-E after a long vowel. How about the x, x sound? That's right, that's just X by itself. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to practice spelling some words with those patterns now. So let's go on up to number 11 and, whoops, let's go down to number 11 and spell the word both. So b, B, very good. Then O, O, very good. And then digraph TH, good job. How about mind, mind? I have M, I, and then N, and then D, mind. And both of those words, look, our vowel is in front of a consonant, so it should be short, but it's long. Those are those rule breakers, those wild cult words. All right, on number 13, we're going to try to spell ever. Ever. So what do you hear? E, very good. And then V, very good. And then the sound at the end. For that sound at the end, I need that ER. How about never now? Well, I just spelled ever, and all I'm doing is adding that N at the end. So I can put N, ever, and put that EVER behind it. How about body? Body, I have B, O, and then D, and then the E at the end. So if I'm making that E sound at the end, it can't be an E because this would say b-ode. It is a
Y. So remember that Y sometimes makes that E sound. All right, let's go ahead and code a couple words. And the first word I see, I have C-I-T-E-Y. So where are my vowels? I've got an I, and I've got a Y, and I've got a consonant in between it. So first I'm going to try to break it apart after that first consonant. And if I do that, it'd be S-I-D. Sidey. Does that make sense? No, this is one of those rule breakers, okay? I'm going to break it apart after the consonant now, and now that's a short I. And so I have S-it-E. Remember, I need to put a dot for to make sure that is a vowel. City. Is city a word? Yes. How about the next one? I have an I and an I with a consonant between it. So if I break it apart here, it would be visit. Does that make sense? No. Let's move our line behind the consonant. And now that's a short I and a short I, and it would be visit. Good job. All right, on the next word, what do you see? I've got an S at the end I need to box off. Then I've got an O and an I with a consonant between it. So if I break it apart, remember here, it's going to be a long O and be Obens. Does that make sense? No, so I need to move it behind the B, and now it's a short O and short I, Robins. Remember, I always try it after the first vowel, but I can move it if I need to. On number 19, I have an A and an A with a consonant between it. Try it after that first vowel. Salad. Salad. Does that make sense? No. Let's move that line. Move it behind the L, and now it's a short A. Salad. Good job. All right, the next word. Where are my vowels? I've got an E and an E with a consonant between it. If I break it apart here, it's going to be a long E and say cleaver. Does that make sense? No, I don't know that word, so let's move it behind the vowel now. Clever. Does that make sense? Yes. So the words we read was city, visit, robins, salad, and clever. So which one matches the picture? Salad, that's right. All right, let's try our next word. All right, what do you see that I need to code? I have an O and an E with two consonants between it, so I can break it apart between those consonants. I got a vowel in front of a consonant, so it should be short. And then I've got that EY that I know is going to go together and make a long E, silent Y. So, dawn, E, donkey. Very good. Our next one, remember, you need to check the end. What do I have at the end? I can take this whole LESS because it's a suffix, and I know it just says less. So that part of the word I'm already taken care of. And then what else do you see? Well, I see that EA together, and I see a TH. Now remember that EA, though, has different ways we can spell it. So let's try it with the long E first. Breathless. Does that make sense? No. What's another way I can code EA? I can make it a short E and a silent A. Breathless. Does that make sense? Yes, very good. All right, let's look at our next one. What do you notice? Right off the bat, I have a what? Final syllable, G-L-E. So I need to put my bracket up and make sure that E is silent. And then over here, I have E-A. Okay, now EA is in front of a bracket, so I think it's going to be a long sound, because remember, we usually have a long vowel sound. So eagle, very good. How about our next one? Well, I've got vowel, and a consonant, so I normally break it apart right here. But if I do that, look what happens. I've got that EA, Long E, sneaky A. Leafy. Leafy, very good. All right, and then our next one. Oof, this is a big word. It's actually a compound word. So where do you think we're going to break it apart? Okay, we can try just down the middle. We'll see if that works. So if we're on this side of the line, let's see what this word would be. I've got a vowel, consonant E. So that means it's going to be a long A, sneaky E. So here's my blend SK, so skate. Skate. And then over here, what do you have? I've got that OA, so I know it needs to be a long O, silent A. So board, skateboard. All right, so which one matches the picture? Donkey, breathless, eagle, leafy, or skateboard? Skateboard, very good. All right, then on the back, this is giving us some words and we have to make a sentence from them. Now they have some clues for us though. I want you to look. These words end in ing. And remember, ing is usually something we're doing. So that's going to be our verbs, okay? And so our other words are going to be our nouns. So remember, we can make a very simple sentence by just starting with the word the and picking a noun. So let's see. Who could I pick? How about boys? The boys are, and what are the boys doing in this picture? They're throwing, that's right. The boys are throwing. Let's try one more and then I'm going to see if you guys can pick another one. Okay, what about, my next word says sweeping. Who's sweeping? Dad is sweeping. Very good. All right, I want you to try to make your own sentence, but remember you can use mom or you can use this little girl right here because we have playing, making, and carrying left, okay? All right, I can't wait to see your sentence. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you.